Hello, hello. Can you hear me? I I don't know if I'm coming through or not. I will assume I am. Hello, stream audience. If you've watched any prior streams, you may recognize that my voice is a little louder than normal, and that is because the game that I am playing today is going to be a little louder than normal. Also, quick word of warning. What I'm going to be doing today has flashing lights and loud sounds. If you have epilepsy or any other form of light sensitivity or sound sensitivity, this stream is not going to be pleasant. With that out of the way, it's fucking Fusion time, dude. This game is really loud. I have it turned down in OBS by 30 decibels, and it's still coming through quite loud from the preview. So I hope that's okay. We'll see though. This title theme gives me chills, dude. I should open a notepad. I need a note tracker. This is a Metroid Fusion randomizer. It's essentially the same map as the vanilla Metroid Fusion, except all of the items are shuffled around. Wow, speed booster to start. That's really nice. The SAX has discovered and destroyed a top-secret Metroid breeding facility. It released 5 infant Metroids into the station. Initial scans indicate that they are hiding around the BSL. Find and capture 5 of them, which is as many as there are, to lure out the SAX. Then initiate the station's self-destruct sequence. Uplink at navigation rooms along the way for hints. Yep. Is your objective clear? Yes. Move out. Alright. My settings are in this randomizer. My settings in this seed are the base starter preset setting. So all skill assumptions are at basic. Skill level assumptions are basic. And the one difference is that I have level 1 doors unlocked. It makes for an easier start. Or not even an easier start, just a faster start. There's more checks available from the get-go, and one of the available checks to me... Hello there, Speed Booster. Hello there, Powerbomb Tank. There's gonna be a lot of those. One of the checks available to me at the moment would be a soft block to go and get, if not for the level 1 doors being unlocked. So that's why I've changed that myself. I can't believe I flubbed that movement, actually. I very rarely flub the movement in that room. I am probably not doing a Breath of the Wild randomizer. I still don't have a modded Switch, and at this point, I don't think I will for a long time. That thing is going to... My V1 is going to sit collecting dust and having an expanded battery for quite a bit longer. That said, I have thought about streaming Breath of the Wild before, just like regular-ass Breath of the Wild. I'm very tempted. Alright, Sector 2 had absolutely nothing. I can... Actually, no, I can't. I was thinking I could break logic for one check, but I don't think I can. Because I need Morph Ball. This entire early game is going to be dominated by just trying to find where Morph Ball is, and if I find it early, then it's going to be missiles. Actually, no, you know what? I have Speed Booster. I can go check main deck if I want. And I am actually going to do this. Because I can't imagine destroying that Garon in Sector 1 is in logic with just speed. You can break it with just Speed Booster, but I don't think it's in logic, so I'm just going to go to main deck. Probably going to get missiles and Morph Ball up here, if I had to guess. Yep, there's missiles. Which means that Morph Ball is probably going to be next to Arachnus. Arachnus is one of the bosses in the game. That's where I'm going to be going now. There's a lot of hints along the way. Man, this game feels sharp as hell. I missed the ledge grab. Power bombs in Sector 1. That's a big hint. I'm probably going to need power bombs later. I did not open a notepad. I'm crazy. I need a hint tracker. That's what the notepad is for. PD's 1. And then this will tell me what bosses I need to defeat. That's probably bad. That means that this is an exploration-based seed. And the hint that tells me where the non-boss Metroids are is very late into the game. I need a lot of checks for that. Or a lot of items, excuse me. I love early game speedrun movement in Metroid. Alright, yep. That is what I thought it was. There will be a certain point where I stop collecting missile tanks, but for now, especially since I don't have Charge Beam, missiles are my only way of damaging a lot of enemies, and they're a limited resource. So I need as many as I can get. That is a power bomb. I do not care about those. You only need the 10. You don't even really need the 10 that you start with. Loud sounds warning. Nah, that's fine. Minorly flubbing movement. That was a nice room. I should have unmorphed over the air, though. Oh well. that sucked. Missile tank. Suppose I should be saying hello to everyone in chat. Hello, Cupid Gazer. Hello, Storm Gazer. Hello, Jim is Loving Cats, who's already left the stream, I think. Hello, Nui. Nice to see you all here. I suck. I am chronically bad at this specific speed boost. Anyway, I have missiles to spare here. I don't mind wasting extras on certain segments. Oh, that's power bombs. That's power bombs. Now, if you thought that speed booster was a loud ability, I don't plan on using a lot of power bombs now that I'm like in front of a live audience. That would be unfair to your guys' ears. Actually, I'm gonna save before I check these items. Hang on. E-Tank. Okay, that makes checking these items a lot easier. If I had that before, I wouldn't need to save. Bang. Bang. I'm stupid. Hang on. That is not how that's meant to go. Am I breaking logic by doing this? I wonder. Doesn't matter. That's something I don't want. And that is not worth the damage I'm taking. Okay, that's just missiles. Oh, and quick thing about the X-Parasites. Those are the glob guys, the, like, gelatin-looking fuckers. The yellow ones restore 10 HP, the green ones restore 2 missiles, and there's a third type. There's these red ones that are super rare, but they give you 400 health and some very large amount of both missiles and power bombs. If I see a red X, I tend to try and go out of my way to collect them, just because they are a bit of a special thing. Oh, speaking of special things, hey. That is one of the 3 key cards that are around the station. That'll open up yellow doors. Unfortunately, that's kind of useless to me in their current state. They're locked to Sector 5, outside of 1 yellow door in the main deck. And they all guard cold rooms. So, since I don't yet have a cold resistant item, I cannot go into almost any yellow doors. Ow. Oh, cover your ears. And unfortunately, I'm gonna have to use another one because there's this item. Oh, dude, I really want that. That is a major item. That is screw attack, and that would be so nice. Unfortunately, I can't get it. Whee! Sure. I missed the double. I missed that shot entirely. That's what I get for trying to be fancy. This is possibly the worst anyone has ever fought this boss. Oh, man. At least I got it in the right spot. Yeah, so the Corax parasites, right? They look spherical, but their hitboxes are actually square, which means that you can hit them with 2 missiles at a time, which is really important because when you hit them, they get iframes, invincibility frames. So you want to be hitting as many doubles as you can. That Corax parasite in particular is a beam Corax parasite, which is only vulnerable sometimes, and that sometimes arises when it opens its eye. Now, the eye really limits how much of the hitbox you can actually, like, hit, but you can still double them. It's just way harder. Where do I want to go? I have level 3 unlocked. That means I can get one thing in main deck. But, you know, this is Sector 5. And I'm going to take a quick save here. Okay, that's nothing. Love to see it. That is power bombs. I really don't need those. And now it is time for a cool trick. This is absolutely out of logic. So, we use the small strip of land there to Shine Spark. And then, normally, you know, you need ice missiles. You need to freeze that enemy to climb on it. But with a very precise wall jump that I just hit first try because I'm goated. You can get up here early. And it's nothing. That is something, though. This is totally out of logic. I have broken logic way hard, and I reap the rewards. This is a great place to find Variasu, because this is the area with the cold rooms that I was talking about. Thank you, Power Bombs. This is the area with the cold room I was talking about. I wouldn't be able to be in here without Varia. Okay, I can't get this item, but I will check it. Red X. Okay, that's nothing. More power bombs. Sure, man. Whatever you say. I can't reach that. I'm reaching pretty far out of logic anyway. I'm not surprised that that's not accessible. Wow! That's worse than a power bomb. Thanks, game. Hello there, crab. I don't need that. Power bombs! Still don't need those. Can I... it's whatever if I can't get out of here. I've only found, like, the one important item. Oh, that's an important item, though. Hopefully I can get out of here without high jump. I think I can, yeah, because underwater wall jumping, I just need to be, like, absolutely cracked out of my mind with underwater wall jumps. Hello there, Zibin. These are gonna go to this guy. Ow. Ooh, nice red X drop. Okay, I can get out of here with what I got. I can even check a couple more items while I'm here. Maybe I can't. Hang on. Damage boost! Oh. Okay. Wave beam... Sector 5... Nightmare Pit. Oh, I shouldn't be using speed up. Oh well. My bad. I need to do the same amount of breaking logic that I just did. Did I not get anything else? I didn't get anything else. There was nothing else important here. Ow. Yeah, now it's gonna take me a while to get this wall. This is incredibly... I think it's, like, pixel perfect. This is a very difficult wall jump to get. I need to shoot the door again when I come back. Oops. I was trying to avoid the power bomb. Did not happen. Okay, so with Screw Attack and Wave Beam both behind water, I'm really looking for Gravity Suit now. I've broken logic, so hopefully Gravity Suit will show up. I also have Power Bombs. Okay, so Randomizer BS time. In randomizers, there's this concept known as spheres, right? Basically, every time you get a new item, you get a new sphere. A sphere is like a pool of items placed in certain rooms. So, for instance, anything you can get at the start is a Sphere 0 location. And you can use pre-existing knowledge of spheres and where they are, or like what items are placed where after obtaining certain items, that you can kind of predict where the randomizer is going to put your progression. Okay, so I did break logic with Varia, but not that much. And unfortunately, I cannot freeze the, what are they called? Those aren't Seekas, those are, I don't know. You can't freeze the swooping guys, which is really annoying, because it means I still can't get Wave Beam. So I will assume that Ice Missiles are to get Varia, and then Varia is to get Gravity Suit, which is what allows you to move in the water. And then Gravity Suit is what will allow me to get Wave Beam, and Wave Beam opens something up. Ow. Oh my god. I take so much damage here. Alright, and I can't go any further than this. I just want to check the item. And move on with my day. I don't have doors open, so I can't do anything else here yet. Which means it is time for one of my favorite mechanics from the randomizer. Save complete. Warping to start. You can open the pause menu and press the L button at any time to immediately warp to your starting location with everything you had from your last save. It is amazing for soft lock prevention. Alright, but now, where does it want me to go? I'm gonna go to Sector 4. This also actually allows me to see one of my hints, so... Get Notepad out. Wide Beam, that's a major combat upgrade. In Sector 3. Okay. Yeah, that'll be huge for combat. I still don't have Charge Beam, which I am getting a little worried about, but it should be fine. And it is time for more power bombs. Cover your ears. Whatever, I'll take an energy tank. Ultimately, you don't really need the energy tanks, but you're never gonna, like, say no if you find one. They are useful. And you know what? I do have speed boosters, so I am actually going to avoid those 2 checks momentarily. Nice. Nice. What the hell was up with that, man? Space jump is massive, actually. Wait. What were the bosses? I only needed to defeat the White Corex. Okay. Yeah, that means I'm probably gonna go to Sector 3 next. I can do something very important in Sector 2. I don't need to at this moment. If I'm going to Sector 3, I don't need Charge Beam. Because both of the bosses in Sector 3 are primarily much easier dealt with by missiles. Right, I don't have normal bombs. I do now have 2 Metroids, though. 1 Metroid, though. Why did I think there were 2? My missile count is getting low. There's a red X coming up, a guaranteed red X coming up, but I'd like something a little more than that. Oh, and it's a good thing I actually hit that, because if I had messed that up, I was soft-locked, so... glad that my Shine Spark hit where it was supposed to. Okay, dude. I did get more missiles. That is nice. Gonna take a kind of arbitrary safety save. I realize that I don't really need to be safe here. I just need to not die. And I have space jump, so... Alright. Back to 50 missiles. Is that my maximum? Yeah, it is. Ow. I could've killed him there. Why did I flip? I want the double here. Nice! And I got a missile upgrade. This is the least important missile upgrade, but it is nice. If I had level 4 security right now, that would actually open up, like, 2 checks, so... That's another Metroid! I'll take it, I'll take it! You know what? That is not bad at all. Ow. Missile tank. At this point, I don't really need as many missiles, so I'm not that concerned about missile tanks anymore. I have both multiple missile upgrades, and I have a lot. So, I'm not super going out of my way for them anymore. I should at least check this. Because I can get out of here, right? Yeah. What are you? That's a power bomb. I don't care. Yeah, and I'm gonna go to Sector 3 next, because that'll get me a hit and a Metroid, at minimum. And, a hit, a Metroid, and Wide Beam. And then I'm going to go loop back around to the, main reactor silo and main deck. So I can get into, Sector 2 through the back door. And I can do a lot of late Sector 2. And that'll get me the Charge Beam hit. That's important. There is a guaranteed Charge Beam hit at the reactor silo. I know where Wave Beam is, so I don't care about this. I would really like right now a hint for Gravity Suit. Oops. Alright, I gotta do the thing again. I gotta do the thing again. There we go. That's an E-Tank. I don't really care about E-Tanks at this point. I don't know. This will be the last one that I actively go out of my way to get, though. It's here. Why not? I don't have level 2 doors, I'm realizing. Okay, hang on a second. I may need to hold off on Sector 3, then. I'm gonna go take a quick safety save, and then I'm gonna do a soft lock, or an item that will soft lock me if it's not progression. Whee! Wait, I can't even get it. I don't have Spring Ball or bombs. Never mind. No soft locking today. Yeah, so I'm gonna go to Sector 2 next, then. Okay, whatever. Never hurts to have missiles. No. I don't need it, but... Oh, I can get Wave Beam now, hey? I don't need Gravity Suit or High Jump. I have Space Jump. I can literally jump forever. I don't need the other things. I just get Wave now. I will take a safety save, though, just in case. You know, logically, it would have made a lot of sense to come back here. I can still do barely anything in lower Sector 5, so... Was this a notable item? I don't remember what this item was. What were you? Missile tank, okay. I don't care. I wouldn't have looked at that, but something in my head was telling me that that was a baby Metroid that I had reset, and I got scared, so... Alright, Wave Beam. Hello there, Wave. Funny story with Wave Beam, there's two Metroid Fusion randomizers that are kind of competing standards. This one is... Randomizer is the one I'm playing right now, and is definitely the more popular of the two, but there's a second randomizer, the Metroid Fusion Open Randomizer, which came first and has some different features, though it hasn't seen support in quite some time. In the Metroid Fusion Open Randomizer, MFOR, nice Red X, Wave Beam, instead of shooting 2 projectiles, only shoots 1. And combat is awful with that thing alone. As soon as you get Wide Beam, you have to rely on missiles to have, like, any decent combat, or Charge Beam, until you get Wide Beam. It's really bad. And Randomizer addresses that issue by adding a second projectile to Wave Beam, which is genuinely pretty nice. It doesn't fix the problem. I can't get this. What is it, though? Okay, I don't care. There is a boss. I unfortunately can't beat it because I don't have all of the missile upgrades yet, and I don't have enough missiles. That said, it's not a baby Metroid, so I don't care. Or I guess, keyword, I don't care yet. You can never be too careful about ignoring checks. Alright, and now that I have Wave Beam, I can actually skip fighting a boss for this Charge Beam hit. I guess I could have skipped it anyway, I do have space. I do not have red doors. That's what's cool about Wave Beam, you get to shoot through walls. Charge main deck. Oh boy. I might have to fight that boss anyway. Or it's in habitation and I need level 2 doors, which in that case, you know, I would really appreciate to find the level 2 doors lock. And now the possibility that this boss that I wanted to skip has Charge Beam cannot be ignored. This is Yakuza. It's a big spider. It makes funny sounds, and it's really annoying. Because it's RNG. Also, I might not have enough missiles. Especially not if I'm fucking missing all of them. There we go. Okay. Good, 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 good. I was getting a little worried there for a second. Can't lie. Ow. Give me that. I don't have high jump, so these higher level X parasites are a lot harder to rubber band around me to get these doubles. And also, because I have so many missile upgrades, my missiles are starting to fire a lot slower, which makes hitting the doubles a lot harder. And because it's a Core X, it never gives you green parasites. I have no missiles and it's giving me nothing. There we go. Oh my god. And it was for a powerbomb tank. Cool. Yeah, that means that Charge Beam is locked behind level 2 doors. I don't have level 2 doors yet, so, time to go find them. Oh yeah, there's gonna be a lot of power bombs in this section. I really wish I could have gotten the speed boost there. That would have saved me 4 jumps of non-high jump space jump. I should probably clear out some of Sector 2. I'll start from the top. Oh, hey. And a Red X. Alright, I was really worried about what this seed would have in it, but this has actually been really nice. The Metroids have all been in easy spots. Of course, the last one is going to be impossible to find, because of course. I'm going to use a platform for movement. I've messed up the movement. That was actually slower. You know what? Whatever. I'll take it. Fighting Yakuza has taught me that I might need to be more considerate about my missile counts. Ow. 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 Yeah, just hit everything on the way down. I'm a foolish fool. Thank God I can one-shot. This is the one thing in the entire game where powerbomb tanks are actually helpful. And I am going to need to use powerbombs here. green, please. Thank you. Yeah, I'm at full health and I have no missiles. Waiter, more yellow X, please. Thankfully, none of the core X have a ton of HP. Ow. Ow. Hello there, energy tank. I should have ice missiled and then waved. Oh, no, that doesn't kill him. This is the point in the game where even the regular enemies are kind of getting really powerful. You know what? I should have played Salmon Run today. Maybe I'll stream Salmon Run today. That'd be fun. Sorry. Tangential thoughts. And now I can get out. I should have been back to Sector 2 a while ago, I'm realizing. I did get power bombs really early. Yeah. Yeah, that is to be expected. Hopefully level 2 key is here. If not, I'm probably gonna have to take a couple minutes to look at the map again. Because honestly, I am really running out of ideas. I'm gonna use I have bombs now. I am going to use a power bomb there just to kill things under me. I don't know if it actually got anything. Oh yeah, I got everything. Cool. Very early in the run, I was talking about how I might be able to get a sequence break for this item to see what that item is. That's the item I was talking about. It is absolutely nothing, as I've learned. Ow. 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 Dude, they do so much damage. I understand it's my fault for taking that much damage, but like, come on, man. Ow. That one is entirely my fault. I hate the key hunters, dude. They are so annoying. On a casual playthrough, those fuckers are just terrible. This is nice. I am very happy for Plasma. This item will make the final boss absolutely free. And also, normal combat is now way easier as well, so, I don't care about the key hunters as much now. Because I can just do that. God, it's so nice. I should have turned off diffusion after defeating the door. Ghidorah. But I want to fire missiles faster, and diffusion missiles do surprisingly little damage for being the final upgrade. Anyway, this boss is easy. Whoops. Okay, nice to know. I shouldn't deviate from my normal strat of just following it. No, I want a double here. I did not get the double. Back to diffusion. That I just turned off ice missiles. Nerd. Three more checks in Sector 2. I should go get those. Ow. 4 more checks, actually. That I can get right now, of course. Ooh, I'll take that. You kidding? This is inconvenient. I'm gonna reload the room. These rippers are really finicky. They always like to pop you up in the air. They're so weird. I have no idea what's up with those guys. Anyway, movement upgrade. Isn't it nice to finally have something to do? I was kind of expecting these a lot earlier than I got them, but hey, better late than never. Now that I have bombs and spring ball, there's a lot of things that I can, like, jump to in Morph Ball that I can get now. Ow. Oh. If I... Level 2 doors are the one thing between me and go mode. If I find level 2 doors, I'm in go mode. That's all I need. Okay, I couldn't remember how many missiles they actually had. But I don't know where to go at this point. Nothing new in Sector 1. Nothing new in Sector 2. Nothing new in 3. Can't do anything in 4. I guess I go back to Sector 5. There's like 3 items in Sector 5 that I can get now. You know what? It does make sense. If I'm wrong, I go back to or I work to start, and then I go to Sector 6. If I'm wrong again, there's one item in main deck I can get that unlocks Charge Beam right from the get-go, because I'm right next to the Habitation deck at that point. And then I need to go back to Sector 3. I'll get Wide Beam, so I can do a lot of damage. I have been over here a lot. This is the first time I'm getting anything interesting here. Potentially. That's a power bomb. Don't care. There it is. There it is. Hell yes, dude. Yeah! More power bombs. Alright, I take this save, I warp to Sector 3, I get the baby Metroid, and then I go to main deck, I get Charge Beam, and we're just done at that point. Honestly, I might not even go for Wide Beam at this point. I might just, like, you know, if it's on the way, then I'll get it, but I have Plasma. I'm gonna be doing a lot of damage either way. Ow. I went too early. Ow. 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 Da 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 da. Cool powerbomb tank. Ow. Dude, the Nami Fireball does 48 damage. That's a lot. Okay, I should just be gunning it for the SAX, but okay, Wide Beam was right here. That is pretty nice. Whee! Da 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 da. I'll check this room first. It wasn't even in habitation, it was down here. Funny, I could have got it with the Shine Spark trick. Oh well. You know, I probably don't need to safety save. The SAX is really, really easy, but I'm also not super familiar with its patterns outside of high jump screw attack and normal screw and just not high jump screw attack, so I don't know. Ow. That did 80 damage! Whee! Hello there, second phase. Goodbye, second phase. And then this is the actually annoying one, because I don't have super missiles, so my damage output is, like, half of what it could be. And my controller just stopped accepting input for a second. Love to see it. Wow, that is a lot of missiles. Holy. There we go. You know what? I haven't played this game in a while. I'm gonna take the safety save here. It's a little bit lame, but the safety save is like 20 seconds, maybe, of time loss. Not a huge deal in the grand scheme. Da-da-da-da.
Propulsion
Sequence activated.
Destination planet SR-388.
Unfortunately, I can't do the cool Shine Spark because I don't have Screw Tag. So instead I have to do this lame drop. Wow, how lame. Actually, you probably can get a Shine Spark out of that. I'm realizing. It has to be even more precise, maybe, but you might be able to get that. I can't get that. I'm too bad at the game. No, dude. I'm just gonna do this the old-fashioned way. Let's press the L button and mash our hearts out. A lot of people seem to think that you can only damage the Omega Metroid with charge shots. Definitely not true. The speedrun, as long as I can remember, has just mashed the fire button there. You get in a specific spot and you can aim straight up at it. And if you just mash fire, it gets stun locked. Unfortunately, I both don't have Ice Beam, which means my damage is like half, and I just did not have the spacing down, so whatever. Yeah, cool hour and 13 minutes for a randomizer on the easiest settings. Far from the fastest randomizer I've ever done, but hey, it's not terrible, all things considered. Took a lot of safety saves. I broke logic once and kind of got stun locked because I was like, I need high jump or gravity suit. Gravity suit wouldn't have been logic. I don't think that Shine Spark is in basic knowledge. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, that's the fun Sector 5. Oh my god, Gravity Suit was Nightmare? I was never getting that. That's the Fusion Randomizer. It's really fun. I play one of these like almost every day, or when I am often playing Fusion, I play one of these pretty much every day. I've kind of fallen behind in recent times, but you know, here I am, back again. It's always fun to come back to Metroid Fusion. It's a nice, compact little game. Holds a lot of weight in its tiny little cartridge. I'm gonna speed up the credits. I don't care. You can read that. Hello there, Satoru Iwata. Ba da da ba bum ba da 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 ba ba da ba. Whoa! Metroid is a girl? I never knew. Dun, da, 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 dun, dun, ba, da, dun, dun. Nice. So yeah, Metroid Fusion. Good fun. If it looked interesting, I really do recommend trying it out. The randomizer is amazing. I would say play the base game first, but the randomizer is so much fun. It's really replayable. Movement feels amazing in this game. But that'll be all from me. I've been your host, Mystiora. I will see you in the next stream. Who knows when that'll be? Maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, maybe 2 weeks from now. But whatever. Bye. Goodbye. Goodbye, chat room. Goodbye, VOD frogs.